Welcome
to Art Studio 107
with Julie Biggs
and Anna Arts.
We are together because we are co-teaching this class, and I teach, Miss Biggs teaches Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
And Anna Arts, I teach on Monday and Tuesday at IMS.
So welcome to this presentation. We are going to try to limit our information so that you don't have to watch for too long, but there is access to this PowerPoint on Schoology, and we will also be sending it out if we can to all the families. This is a slide that shows some ways for us to, or for you to be able to contact us, mainly through email and also sending a message via Schoology and phone call to our office. The best time to reach us is during third period. I also wanted to give a thanks to your support for the arts. This is an art fee class, and that fee buys the materials for students to be able to create the amazing projects that they're doing in class. And also any of the PTSA, we've always been able to use a grant, and the Schools Foundation. So thank you so much for your contribution. This is a little bit about Julie Biggs. I have been teaching here at IMS for about 22 years, so a long time. I went to the University of Oregon, Seattle University, and Lesley College as my master's degree. I am a mother, love the outdoors, photographer, and just a naturalist by heart. So.
Okay, we'll give you some fun facts about me, Anna Arts, as well. I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri, and I got my undergrad at Kansas State University and my master's in education at Rockhurst, a Jesuit school there. And then I did my visual arts cert out here in the Northwest at Seattle Pacific University. I've been at MISD for 10 years now in various roles, and I also teach elementary art at Lake Ridge part-time. I am a mother of two and an exhibiting artist when I can find the time, and I also love to be outdoors, especially with my family. So I'll give you just a little sample of some projects that your students will be working on this year. We've started out with their name tent using pen and color pencil to show some expressive line work and expressive font choices. We're moving into their Hamsa design, which is the hand symbol, using pencil and pen as well. They'll be doing some expressive line work on that project too. This bird is an example of a ceramic Nesuke sculpture, which is borrowed from traditional Japanese sculpture. And we often will use different animals. And so this is an example of a bird that your child will be working on. There's some digital photography involved, looking at space and kind of tricking the viewer's eye a little bit. And then there's a sample of a piece of a masterpiece where students select a grid section of a well-known artwork and replicate it in pastel.
So we like to emphasize the creative process and the art studio, and this can be something that students can think about across the board when they do projects in being able to identify the goal, which is the beginning of the project, gathering information, learning skills, generating ideas, brainstorming, and then a rough draft, and then also getting feedback from their peers and from their teachers, and also self-evaluating and reflecting. And oftentimes we'll take time to pause in the middle of a project to really kind of see where we're going and what ways we can get new ideas and work through that process. So this is something that we talk a lot about as we work through a given project.
Okay. Of course, community is also really important in the classroom. So the art studio is a place for community, and we emphasize that from the very beginning, having the students sort of articulate what it looks like and feels like when everyone belongs. Deconstructing the idea that we're more creative together when we share our ideas, and talking about how to give and receive feedback in a way that is mutually respectful, but also can push each other in our artistic skills.
The other thing that is really important in our classroom to keep the studio working, and we talk about this as a functioning art studio for all of us. Every student has a job at their table group. We teach them how to use the materials, how to work with the tools, how to take care of the tools. And then, of course, art storage of their work in process, and also honoring the work that they've done and caring for it and taking it home, and also how to put work on display. So this is all important, and sometimes this is embedded into the rubrics.
And just to build on those ideas, part of what is included in the rubric is following the creative process, which we talk through with the students as we go through the trimester. And the studio habits of mind are a behavioral framework that artists use. And we like to focus on that self-agency and self-responsibility all throughout that process that will not only serve students in their artistic work in this class, but also throughout their life.
And most importantly, we want to make sure that you use Schoology as the main means to see how your child is doing in class, to understand what the expectations are for the project. With each assignment, there are embedded rubrics and the standards that will be focused on for that project. Sometimes studio habits are included in the rubrics, sometimes, but the habits of mind, which are really more behavioral, are a letter score on cumulative that isn't affecting the overall score. But we also just want to make sure you take the time to look at Schoology perhaps once a week with your child to see what they're working on, to encourage them, and just get an insight into what's going on in class.
Okay. And finally, we want to tell you about some special shows that you're going to want to watch out for this year. End of trimester displays happen at IMS, so keep an ear out for those coming up. Ms. Biggs has been great about getting some community-based displays that you might be able to find around the island with your these students' work on display. And then April 1st and 2nd will be our all-district fine arts showcase located at the high school. So more information coming soon.
So overall, we really appreciate having you pay attention to our video, and we just want to say, most importantly, art is a place to be creative, learn some new skills, explore possibilities, and have fun. Thanks so much for your attention.
Thank you.